Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Oregon State versus UC Davis college basketball matchup on Thursday, November 30th, 2023. Of course, I do tons of free picks every day, and when you give out as many picks as I do, you're going to like some games more than others. And to find out which games those are, head on over to our website, Pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab. While you're there, use that discount code PICK. You'll get 15% off all of your purchases. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. Text the number you see on the screen because they're not available on the website. So text the number. But let's get to this one. Oregon State taking on UC Davis. Oregon State 3-3 on the season. UC Davis 3-2. Of course, Oregon State had that magical run a few years ago where they blew through the Pac-12 tournament, took it all the way to the NCAA tournament, making it to the Elite Eight, and looked very good in the process. And we figured Oregon State was probably off and running as a program, but we were dead wrong, as this team just stopped dead in their tracks and haven't really done anything since. This year, Oregon State taking a little bit different tack to things, trying to have a kind of one-year Band-Aid solution, maybe get the momentum going again, and we'll see if the Beavers can do that. 3-3 on the season is actually better than they've looked in years, and 3-0 straight up at home. They are just 1-3-1 against the spread, so we're not the only ones following this Oregon State story to see if they can turn it around. UC Davis, their opponent here, 3-2 on the season. But they're 0-1 straight up and against the number on the road heading into this game. When we look at Davis, and who they've played so far, it was a win over a pretty good Pepperdine team, a loss against Montana, who they were actually favored against, win against North Dakota State, and then a loss as a favorite to Sacramento State by 6 in a game they were favored by 8.5. So UC Davis, not a team that can be really trusted too much. When we look at Oregon State, wins against Troy and App State. Troy is a pretty good team. Took them down, laying 7.5 points. Did not cover. And App State, they did cover. Then they lost outright against Nebraska, who's similar to Oregon State, where they're kind of in rebuild mode and have been for quite some time. And then they lost to Baylor by 16 points. That game was a push. And then losing to Pitt, who's also another very good team. So what we've seen is that Oregon State might be at 3-3, but they've scheduled up and they've played against these opponents pretty decently so far. I think the Oregon State defense is the key here. Teams shoot only 40.5%, and we're talking, look at who they've played. Baylor, Nebraska, Pitt. Decent teams, while UC Davis hasn't played anyone near that level of competition. Teams shooting 31.6% from beyond the arc, and while Davis shoots the three well, like I said, not against the level that they've played. Offensively, Oregon State has struggled pretty badly, but they played against really good teams. And UC Davis, well, their defense isn't anything to write home about. This is one of those games that I think, Oregon State, we're just going to have to give them the benefit of the doubt in this one. I'm going to take Oregon State, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and it'll tell you how often, historically, all the bets on the board today have hit, along with today's odds. And from there, you can put yourself on the most favorable bets on the board today.